my secondary tubing. I'll have my primary bag, and I'll designate this as my secondary bag. I open my primary tubing. First thing I do when I open my primary tubing is roll or clamp the line. I'll pull off these little tabs that is just kind of holding the tubing together. I can pull off this little blue guardrail, kind of unravel my tubing. Okay, I have covers on both of the ends that I want to keep clean, right? Covers are on there. I'm grabbing my fluid. I've checked over my fluid. I've scanned it because fluids are a medication as well. Done all my checks. I'll open my fluid bag. I'll take the cover off my spike. And it's a hard push and wiggle to get that in, okay? Because you want it to be all the way spiked in. Squeeze your drip chamber because you want to have that halfway full, because when I start unroller clamping my line, it's going to start pulling from this pool of fluid so I don't get air bubbles in my line. Okay, I can leave this cap on the end to prime my tubing. As I slowly unroller clamp that, I don't have any air bubbles in my line. Okay, typically you can see it dripping here, so then I can clamp that. Typically your primary tubing is going to be some sort of just fluid, saline, half normal saline, D5. You'll learn all your different types, so it'll be just some sort of fluid. Then I would grab my secondary tubing. And this is brand new. I just took it out of the package. Hopefully nothing bumped this Y port right here. But if I was questioning something had bumped this Y port, I could scrub it with my alcohol for my 15 seconds. I have my secondary tubing right here. You never, ever, ever roller clamp your secondary tubing line. Take the cover off the end, put it in the Y port. Now this is just starting to drip because it's using the fluid from my primary bag to back prime to prime my secondary tubing. So as I lower it, it's going to start filling, and it's going to fill that about halfway full. Okay, so if you watch, it's going to drip faster, stop, faster, stop. It's just how gravity works, right? So now that I have this half full or over half full, I would grab my secondary bag, which is typically, sorry, I'm not this tall, which is typically an antibiotic, right? Typically some sort of medication that you don't want to be wasted, right? That's why I don't spike my secondary bag and let it drip out the end right here, because then it would be wasting antibiotic or wasting valuable medicine. So I always use my saline to prime that. Okay, if my drip chamber got over full, I could just squeeze that out so it's back to halfway full. Then I would spike my secondary bag. Okay, I want which one hanging higher? My secondary bag, because that's going to be the priority. And I would, oops, sorry. And I would lower my primary bag. So that one side. So now it's this main roller clamp that's in charge. So if I'm on a roller clamping this, you can see that it's gonna drip from this one, and this one's not dripping. This one's gonna drip, 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 drip until the bag is drained, until it's down to about this level. And then this one's gonna kick on. And it's gonna drain this bag. All right, you can probably stop there.